Our iridium pickaxe is ready, our final iridium piece of the iridium puzzle for all of our iridium tools. Welcome back everybody to Stardew Valley, here on Fantasy Farm. Our blessing for the day is infinite energy, which is good because we are gonna need it. Hello there, my name's Kent. I just got back last night from overseas. My wife told me the new farmer had moved in while I was gone. Yeah, well I just wanted to introduce myself. I'll see you around. Cool man, catch you later. Yes, we have a new villager. Obviously, we have no hearts with him because he literally just got here. This is Kent. This is the husband of Jody and the father of Sam and Vincent, who has at last graced us with his presence. Also known as, he was off fighting in the war. There was actually a genuinely good reason why he was not here. But now he's back, so he will be somebody that we get to work on building a friendship with. Also, we've got mail. Notice the price of raw materials at Robin's shop and Clint's shop has increased. So yes, you will have to be a little bit more careful if you plan on spending your money there. You may want to reconsider. So yes, we are back in spring, but obviously a lot more has been done. We've made a lot more money. Our skills are maxed other than mastery instead of empty. Made a lot more friends. We have a lot of crafting recipes, and we have a lot more on the farm as a whole. But of course, the first thing we gotta do is clear all this excess stuff out of the way, so that we'll have space for planting. So we'll do that first and foremost. Since it is the start of the month, we are gonna show the routine today, just to show off that, yeah, you will have some debris, unless, like you saw in a previous episode, if you do have the golden clock on your farm for a very not small amount of 10 million G, then you will not have any of this debris. But odds are, by the time you get to year 2, you've probably spent your money on things more worthwhile, and as a result, yeah, this will be something that you've got to take care of. I don't have the pickaxe right now, so there's not much I can do there. So I'm just gonna pet all of the animals, including you, Mr. Duck. I see you over there. And then we will grab our various items. So yeah, it's going to change up a little bit now, at least for making sure that I milk the cow and the goat. I'm going to have to be a little bit more careful because they're going to be probably outside most times. Because I do want to leave the door open for them to be able to hang out in this little area that we've given them. I'm also going to plant some grass here as well at some point so that they'll be able to eat the grass manually. But even if I don't do it immediately, it's not that big a deal, as they, of course, have some inside of the barn and coop itself, so not too big a deal if we don't get to that. We've already got grass growing from where we initially put stuff, so I might have to put up another fence here to stop that from growing too much, because I don't want it to get too out of hand. But we'll figure that out momentarily. Gonna clean all this up. Take a quick look in here. Yeah, I'll deal with adding those extra trees in momentarily, but for now, I want to go and grab my iridium pickaxe so I can take care of the rocks here as well. So let's put up our excess things. Yeah, I could sell the duck feathers, why not? I'll just sell everything I got here because we are going to want more money for things. For seeds, primarily, and I might end up selling more. Let's take a quick look, actually. We could sell like half of these. In fact, we'd probably sell more than half. We really don't need that many. I'm not going to buy seeds immediately, and the reason for that is A, the strawberries are still the best thing, so if you do want to get a lot of things for spring, Strawberry Festival is still going to be your best bet for making the most money. And B, we have a bunch of mixed seeds and mixed flower seeds. So the first things that need to get planted are those. Because they're free, and we might as well get them taken care of. And then we'll figure out exactly how many spaces we've got left for anything else. Iridium pickaxe. Excellent. And at least as far as I think, which granted is not very far, that should be it for all of the tool upgrades, at least directly by Clint. I don't believe there are any others. So with that, we'll pretty much only be seeing him for mystery boxes, as there's no need to break open the geodes. We'd be better off either trading them, or using the geode crusher to get the geodes for free. Also, Kent's birthday will be coming up. I will not be showing the birthdays again every subsequent year, but since Kent is a new villager, I will be talking about his birthday. It's pretty obvious they intentionally put him towards the start of the year so you could get a lot of friendship points with him early. That's totally fine with me. Got no problem with that. Alright, so that gives us about 10,000 G to work with here. Let's see. So one thing I do want to buy is, because every single season will have a new seed, this is the new one for spring, which is garlic. So I do want to buy a few of these. I'm going to buy like 30. I'm only going to get about 10 of everything else for now. And we'll see how that goes. For the bean starters, I'm going to grab like 3, because you can't walk through these. We'll see how that does in terms of space, and then we'll go from there. As for what else we're going to do today, no traveling merchants, we don't need to worry about that. Gifting will come later. I did say that last episode, it will come later, but focus should obviously be on the farm first and foremost, making sure that all of this is cleaned up and ready to go. Because once it's set, then we're good. We don't have to worry about it anymore. So we'll just get all this cleaned up. And be thankful that, at least for all the hoeing and tilling, that it will not cost us any energy with the blessing that we got. So that worked out very, very well. And obviously the debris only spread this fast because, you know, you've had a month of not having to deal with it, basically. So it's not going to regrow quite that quickly. Alright, that can go up. Don't need that. I'll hang on to the moss in case it's used for anything else. I'm sure there's probably something missing, and we don't have a lot of it since I used it all in the statue, but it was well worth the price of that statue, let's be real. I'm gonna drop these all down here so I can grab all the seeds. I also want to grab those. I don't think I'm going to worry about the quality fertilizer right now, simply because that would be better served on the strawberries, I think, so I'm not going to be too terribly fussed about it. So we'll go like this. And yeah, I am going to have to put the scarecrows back into place as I work, but that's an easy enough fix. Also, as mentioned, if you go too far and you want it to stay organized, you can pickaxe in order to get the soil looking how you wanted it to. Like roughly there. Yeah, this will take a good bit of your day now that you're planting way more seeds. Obviously, you're tilling way more soil. You have to water all this as well on the first day, which is, again, why you want the sprinklers. Also, I missed some of this junk down here. I'll get the rest of that taken care of later if I've got time. If not, it's not as in the way, so it's not as big a deal. Alright, that will do. I don't really want to do any of this, and the sprinklers wouldn't catch that anyway, so that I'm not going to worry about. Meanwhile, over here, I do need to plant scarecrows, but I'm going to worry about that once I have the soil tilled completely. there, and one there. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do this. Plus, if I put the scarecrows down, I just end up accidentally tilling them right back up again, so this will work better regardless. This can potentially, quote-unquote, make a problem of you may not have a lot of trees now because all of your space is going to be taken up by farming, so be aware if you are running low on wood. Maybe consider doing what I did of planting trees elsewhere. Again, the quarry is a good option. The desert is a good option. Both of those are spots where they won't really be in the way because you can't farm right there, so either of those could absolutely work for you. I think I'm going to quickly make the executive decision really quickly to make sure, yeah, to go grab more seeds from Pierre, because I think it's pretty safe to say, even with the 116 tiles, open-tilled soil 401, I think it's pretty safe to say we don't have enough seeds here. I think most of it I'm going to send towards potatoes are usually a pretty good pick because you can get more than one from them. Again, strawberries are your best bet, but these will also be done by that point, so I think we're just going to completely go crazy here. Because this seems like a lot, but again, we got 400 tiles, and I'm still not done completely tilling that, so yeah, I think we're going to be just fine with that. Besides, now it's just like the good old days where we started with basically no money. I'm not going to bother with fertilizer. Again, I think that's better off saved for the strawberries, so I'm not going to worry about that part. It is a good idea, though, before you plant anything, is to go ahead and till everything if you've got the farm computer, and then you can just look at the computer and be like, okay, that's how many tiles that I've got. Because unless you did these sprinklers after the fact, you'll notice that they don't count as tilled pieces. They don't till whenever you do this. So get that away from there. Alright, so I need one more sprinkler and one more qualities, like high-quality sprinkler. So let's see if I can get both of those taken care of. I should be able to craft both, I think. Oh, I need gold bars. That's what I need. Okay. Oh, I need 2 of each of those. Let me toss away some of this extra stuff that I've got here now. And while we're waiting on that, we might as well go ahead and start planting here. Well, no, I said I was going to wait for the untilled stuff, so 5:37. Yeah, it's going to be a fair bit. Do I want to wait? Maybe I'm... Well, I should till all the soil first. Every last bit that I'm going to use, I need to till, so I know the exact number. That's how much I'm going to use for all of my crops for the time being. It's a lot, especially what you're compared to, like, normally seeing in year 1, where it's basically, you know, nil. 574, okay. I'm going to write that down here, and then, just to be certain... How do you write on these? Oh, that's an item thing. Okay, well I need a... Yeah, this is what I'm looking for. A text sign. There we go. And now I'll know. Be much, much easier to keep track of that way. Another gate here, because I'm going to need that momentarily. Yeah, let's go ahead and get planting, because we are burning daylight here. Now, since I don't have the Junimo huts, as you saw, I believe, last episode, which are is a way that you can have your crops harvested for you. Because I don't have those, I do need to keep an eye on crops. So that's probably just going to be part of my daily routine, is just checking to make sure, like, do I have anything that's fully grown? Because if so, I need to harvest it. See, we bought all those, and, like, even with that, it still was not enough to get through just the smaller section of our farming area. Did we get enough for the gold? No, not yet. Okay. Let's move these up. And even if they don't get water today, they'll get water tomorrow, so it's not too big a deal. Again, if you're going for pure profits, I do not recommend getting the flowers. The wildflower seeds, if you have them, like if they were just given to you, then awesome, go for it. Better to use them than not. But otherwise, if you're going for raw profits, don't bother with these. And since I'm sure somebody probably asked, no, the mixed seeds cannot give you strawberry seeds prior to the festival. You have to get them from that festival. Or using the seed maker, either one. Okay, and then down here... I'm actually... no, I've already... Oh no, that'll actually work perfectly. I want to keep that grass from getting in, so this should work fine. It looks so different compared to what you're used to. You've been seeing me routine so many times. There we go. But now all of a sudden it looks weird, doesn't it? The other thing I needed was... Oh, I don't have any iridium bars, so I actually can't make the battery pack one. But I can do the refined quartz. I can do the medium one here. Put that away. Oh, right, there were more seeds. I totally forgot about these as well. I'm not going to bother with the rice shoots as much. Typically, you're going to want to plant those around the water, and they'll grow naturally and also faster. But I'm not going to worry about those too much. There we go. Now I think we've planted everything we have. And because the penalty is just money, and we've spent all our money, I don't feel too bad about crashing here in terms of running out of time. We got the left side fully watered. That's actually more than I thought we would get done. Not gonna lie. So yeah, the watering can will still have its purposes for things like this, but this isn't the only time that it will come in handy. There are other things that it will be used for. So don't just think, oh yeah, I'll never need this watering can ever again. It will never have any use. Well, we got most of it taken care of. Not all, but most. Quickly switch headphones here since this one is starting to run out of battery. There we go. Sorry about that. Had to plug the actual, like, charging section into charge so that my headphones could charge. Fortune teller, spirits are in good humor today. Blessing of Fangs for the critical strike chance. And then we'll get to check and see how our, You've billed me 1G to cover my medical expenses. Man, if only you could do that in real life. Dear Delta, I'm now selling higher quality fertilizers as well as crop selections. See you soon, Pierre. And we've already taken a look at that. Also, our horse is ready. We get to name our horse. Ooh, this is tough. We've done a few references. I don't think we've done many Zelda references, so we'll go with a nice, simple Epona. So yes, the horse is something you can ride around, and it is much faster than walking typically is. Its big downside is going to come from the fact that it cannot get through all entryways. Some are just too narrow for it to get through. So that can be a bit of an issue, but if you can get past that, then honestly it is a very, very good form of transport. Very handy to have one of these. I want to take a quick look around, and you can see, yes, everything has been watered on this side. Not everything will be over here, but that is only because we did not get all the sprinklers done. We need to get one right there, and then we also need one right here, which means I screwed up in planting a crop right here. May it rest in peace. And it also means that these, unfortunately, will have to go, so I'm going to just go ahead and remove those so I'm not forcing myself to unnecessarily work on them. So we'll leave them like that. But overall, I'm quite happy with that. Yeah, we need a little bit more for that sprinkler, but other than that, we are looking pretty dang good there. So I'm very pleased with that. I probably will spend more money, truthfully, on getting the rest of the seeds. The greenhouse, you might be thinking, okay, why didn't you plant anything in the greenhouse? Because that can plant stuff from any season, and it will also last indefinitely. It won't die. So by doing that, this is an orange. So peach will go here. So I did 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This is the pomegranate. Which I guess we could just put that basically here. And the orange can go here. But yeah, this is going to be saved for, like, bigger stuff, like the ancient seeds type of thing. Or ancient fruit, rather. It's going to be for the really big value items. I think what I'm going to do for each of these is, for the time being, I'll probably have about 20 of each of these total, and then I'm going to start selling them. That's what I'm personally leaning towards. So that we have some for gifting, we have some for recipes. Because, I mean, they grow daily, so if we run out, we literally just wait a single day, and then boom, it's taken care of. So I'm not too terribly fussed about that. Let's see. Watering can, we can drop you off. Move these down here. This is another reason that having the automatic crop harvesting helps quite a bit. Is because now, if you do have anything that's, you know, you have an animal that's outside, you don't have to worry about, like, oh, but where are the things going to be? Are they going to show up inside, outside? No, you'll just know. You'll know exactly where they're going to show up. Alright, so first things first, I do need to buy more seeds. Like, genuinely, I do want to buy more seeds. So, I'm gonna get some gold started, because we are low on gold bars again. I think I'm gonna hang on to these and put them in the corner, because by the time I come back, those will have also... Whatever I put in that geode crusher now is gonna be done. Let's move this over here. And let's go. Once this is all set up, we'll have a little bit more time to look at stuff. And I do want to look at, before we go any further, after I get all of this sold here. There we go. Alright, let's just build that back up. I'm going to stick with that for now, because I'm not sure exactly how many spots we have left. I should have checked. I was not diligent enough in that regard. But I do want to check the specialty quests down here. Is anything active? Yes. Neither of these were what I was hoping to see. We have done aquatic overpopulation, but I might do that anyway to help boost... I don't know. I think we'll do this, only because I don't believe the other one's super easy to do right now, once again, and I don't want to waste too much unnecessary time. It would be better spent doing other things. Once we have an area unlocked where it's a lot easier to find those bone fragments, that one will be a piece of cake, but for now, that's going to be a little bit harder of a demand, so... So the other question, do you want to start picking up forageables again if you're already at level 10? The answer is you probably do for at least year 2 anyway, because these are going to be high quality ones. They'll be at the highest quality if you followed the same path that I did and what you chose for your upgrades. So if you do want higher quality ones, because if you're going to use these for gifting, then they will be worth more. Sam. Oh, right, I do need to bring him that amethyst. I'm gonna do that as soon as I'm done planting all these. And also, while I'm thinking about it, because I don't want these crops to get taken away, build some scarecrows. They'll have to be put on the perimeter, but it's still better than nothing. Luckily, you don't really have to worry about... I completely blanked on what I was going to say. Oh well, it's probably fine. There's not really a good spot for you. I guess there. And then I'm pretty sure this goes through gates, so we'll put one right here. Probably be enough for the 85, I'm gonna wager. Nice. Alright, yeah, we could definitely still afford to get more of those, so I probably will. That. On we go. I am going to see if I can find Sam, though. So I would like to get that gift for him. Since that is some friendship points. We'll also need to get friendship with Kent. He typically is going to hang around his house. Just kind of that general area. Not always, but usually that's where he will be. As for gifting with him, a daffodil is a nice, easy choice. That's on his like list, so that is a good one to go with. I'm just going to grab everything I can. let's take a look and see if we can't find Sam. Hey, there you are. Hey, thanks a million, Delta. I should have known you'd be the one to take this job. Even with all the practice we did, I made a bunch of mistakes on stage. I hope no one noticed. It's kind of nerve-wracking to be in front of everyone. Nah, you did fine. Also, it is worth noting that if you were wondering, does the speed boost from the coffee and the horse stack? Yes, it does stack. The other reason that you might want the carrots now is because if you feed the horse a carrot, it will also go faster. So you can get a boost from that as well. So yes, you can get some serious speed increase with this. You can see how much of a boost this is giving. Also, we just got more money. Let's go buy more seeds. I'm sorry if this will be annoying in the first video, but I promise you once it's taken care of, like, I'll have to replant them every now and again, but it won't be, like, as ridiculous as it is right now. 6 more. Alright, that'll do. And once the strawberries are planted, like, those are going to be a constantly regrowing one. I won't have to keep replacing those, so. But, like, you remember seeing decently big numbers. You can imagine some big, big hits when you, like, have a lot of your crop that are done now. And if you need to save a little bit for your recipes, then sure, go ahead. And, you know, you should have plenty now. If you think you're low on anything, just go ahead and grab it from Pierre's and then keep a little bit and sell a little bit. Okay, watering can. Just go and get those particular pieces I had to re-hoe. And of course, we'll end up with more money just from the stuff we've gotten from the geode crusher geodes as well. So we'll have a little bit more after the fact. If you are still missing things you would consider important from the merchant, do keep a little bit of money on hand just in case. But if not, that is also fine too. Let's see. Grapes, diamond, beer, diamond. I was going for the wrong one. Pierre won't be out anymore. I think Lewis likes hot pepper, so we'll try that. Vincent's going to be the one I go after first here, simply because he's going to go to bed sooner. You'll be going to the saloon. I know where you'll be. I'm not worried about you. Yeah, this one block gap right here, the horse wouldn't be able to get through that, so you will have to go around. Hey, Vincent. Can you keep a serious... Oh, well, you probably shouldn't say that in front of Penny, then. Alright, cool. We are maxed with Vincent, so that's one more taken care of. Sorry, Haley, I didn't think to bring you a coconut. And yeah, it'll be easier to find you, Alex, because you're not going to be who knows where. Oh, right, I don't have any money. Well, guess there's no beer for you, Pam. Not one on the house, anyway. I could have given Shane that hot pepper. I probably should have, but oh well. Jody, are you home? No, Vince is just here at the table by himself. That's kind of sad. Oh, Ken's here. Never mind. Things haven't changed much since I've been gone. Well, except that you're here. Well, that might be a good thing, honestly. It's probably good to know after you come back from something as horrible as having to fight in combat that the small town is still a small town. Life isn't so bad. At least I have frozen pizza and eggs. Exactly. He gets it. Ah, there you are. Okay, how are we doing now? So still not with Evelyn or Jody. I could give Sam a pizza if I can find him again. Well, actually, I can't. I don't have any money. That's right. I keep forgetting that. I'm so used to having it now. I'm just like, oh, well, we got to spend it all on seeds. Went crazy on seeds and totally forgot. Ooh, there's some iron, though. We do need that. Put that away. Let's see. So I said for Lewis, we would get him one of these. If I can find Penny, I'll give her a poppy. Ooh, let's actually give her the high-quality one. Let me take one more look here. I can't really sell anything. I could check and see what else Pam likes, because I think one of the fruits she likes, I want to say it's an orange, but I'm not completely certain on that. So let me do a quick check and see what else she likes. Because if I'm wrong, I don't want to mess it up. So let's see. Does she have another one she likes? Cactus fruit, actually. Well, we can do that. We got plenty of those. Nope, that's not what I wanted. So Pam, Penny, Lewis. Already gave the wizard something. Jazz has probably gone to bed by this point. Already gave Shane something. I could give Krobus another diamond. And I'm going to try to get something to Kent, just to be like, hey, welcome back. If you need anything, like, I'm here. Alright, let's see who we can't find here. I think Penny is going to be the one to close her doors first. So she's who I'm going to go check on first. Oh, she's not here. Ah, there you are. Hi. Maybe now that my mother has her bus driving job back, I can start saving more money. Things are looking a little brighter. Yeah, they're getting there. We're far from done in, like, helping the town just because the community center is taken care of either. It's like, there's definitely still a ways to go. Cool, Penny is also maxed out now, so we don't need to worry about that. I don't know if Lewis will be home or at the bar. He's home. It's my favorite, thank you. At the start of each season, you'll have to remove the previous season's dead crops. It's the easiest with a scythe. Well, thankfully, there's only one type of crop that did grow, and that was the powder melon. They just disappear on their own. Hey, Pam, here you go. Hey, and it's really something. Thanks a million, kid. Sure thing. It's definitely a weird time in the second year when you start something where it's a lot of setup for payoff that will occur later. Ah, he's already closed the door. I don't remember who the diamond was for now. Who would it have been for? Oh, Krobus, yeah. We can give that to Krobus. Might try to swing by the mines, too, and give the dwarf something as well. The conditions in here are perfect. Maybe lighting-wise they're perfect. I'm not so sure about the smell. It is worth noting, I don't know why you would need them at any point, but if you do need them, that the spring onions are once again available at the southern part of where Marnie and Leah live. I highly doubt you need them anymore, between the fact that your energy is going to be way higher, you've got the berries, but if you did need them, then they are available there. Just figured I'd point it out, but you probably don't need them. So I will likely not be going for them anymore. They're very helpful in the beginning of year one, where your energy is constantly very low, but for now, not really so much. So let's do a little bit of housekeeping here. I could use a scythe, but again, energy levels aren't really a problem anymore, so... Now we're just doing a little bit of cleanup. I could be wrong, but it feels like the general rubble, if you leave it alone, tends to grow back faster than if you actually do clean it up. And I could be wrong about that, but it has always felt that way to me, so I tend to try and remove it as much as I possibly can. That's typically what I'll end up doing in multiplayer while other people are going around at the beginning, especially if we're not going like super organized and it's just more casual. Of like, I'll just be the person to clean up the farm, because like it does need to get done at some point, and the sooner it's done, the easier it is to navigate, which helps new players a lot to find the other exits. So just little things like that tend to be a nice staple of it. It doesn't matter which farm type you pick, that will always be something you got to do. Yeah, horse. Oh, horse can get through the doors. I thought it couldn't for some reason. Oh well. Carrots. Let's take a look at what we got here. Need to put these away. Oh, I got some mixed seeds as well. I need to plant those. Those can go in here. Rotate out the geodes. Animals have all gone to bed. It is getting late, but I got time to plant these. Good there. How about in here are the... No, the preserved straws are not done. I don't think there's really anything that I would have the time to do anyway. We've kind of gifted everybody I want to. I guess I could go gift the dwarf something really quickly. But now that most of the seeds have been planted, I'll keep planting enough that I can fill out the rest of the area. But after that's done, we'll be good on that front. So... won't have to worry about it anymore. What do I have a fair bit of? Topaz, that'll work. So we'll quickly run that up to him. And sadly, no, you cannot take the horse on the minecart, so... Now, one of the other nice things about having the horse is the horse will always return to the stable. You don't have to park it back at the stable at all, actually. You can leave it anywhere in the world, and it will still just naturally return to you the following morning, which is a really, really nice thing. So, I tend to try to leave it, you know, as close to the house as I can, but sometimes it just doesn't happen that way. Won't need that for a little bit. And there we go. Should get a little bit, yep, from the mining. Yeah, you don't pick up a lot by doing that, but just every now and again, you get like a couple hundred G if you just deal with it as you go by. So, you get a little bit out of it. Alright, and that is going to do it for the first 2 days of Year 2. As time goes on, and it probably won't be till Year 3, you might start seeing me do more days in a row, but I don't think for now I'm going to do that because there is still new stuff going on. Obviously, we're replanting stuff, we have a new villager, so like things are still going to be in rotation, and there's a new event that pops up, I believe, in the spring, so stay tuned for that. In the next episode, I'm going to be doing more gifting. I'm going to get the rest of the farm kind of planted out with all the seeds, so those are all good to go, so we'll be getting a good influx of those. And from there, we'll figure out what we're doing, I think, primarily. I do need to get more iridium, so that's definitely going to be one thing on my list. But we're getting closer. We've only got, let's see, we've got 4 people that are 1 heart away. 5, actually, Elliot. And then everybody else is... at most, not too far away other than Kent, but again, we just met him, so I don't expect him to be that far along. But we can work on that. So, I will see you all in the next one. Later.